It's not just about NiP's expectations as well. If FURIA fall here, they lose any contention for those playoff spots, and Gary would love to get them there. He's tried his damnedest. K-Serato's had a banger of a series as well, and let's see where this is all leading us to. Will it just be NiP stomping over FURIA as this series always should have been, or do FURIA still have fight left in them?
Well, NiP is certainly going to be fired up at least, right? There was a chance that they could have been red in the face, left embarrassed after catching an 0-2, but now we go the distance, and there's a path to recovery after all. A little mid-creep here for NIP. Ahead of the smoke, he's going to double up. That was the bomb spotted on short as well. A bounty of info and a man advantage taken for FURIA right out of the gate. Vinny clearing the apartments. And now they start to get suspicious about this connector position. The bomb is still in ladder. That's one of the weirder parts here. Yuri has just seen this guy in con, and he knows he's got Linus trapped. Linus might need someone to come and actually get him out of this position. This is not a nice spot for him to be in, and so Plopsky's going to move in, but only so much help. He will at least trade that kill so it doesn't go unpunished.
God, that's a weird bounce on the flash. It popped above Con. It doubled back. Nice tap for Yuri as well. You'd love to see him hit those. Would have been awful. You wait all that time and you just fall short. Split up on NiP. Hampus creeps in. He's hoping that Vinny's going to rotate out of position, but Vinny ain't moving a muscle. Hampus gets cleared, but he hits the flick with the P250, and now he's all alone. Plopsky cut down and spawned to Gary, hiding out in CT. And now Hampus, he's got to dig himself a hidey hole to find this 1v2. They are splitting up, though. Gary back in CT. Hampus knows he can't be far, and he's going to try and bring the fight to him. Oh, dear.
It's weird now.
Gary stalling. Goosh through the corner as well. Hampus gets out looking for the other man.
Yeah, going back into the site, trying to flush out K-Serato. Oh, now it's getting wild, and there's the wrap. Defuses in, and FURIA, it's going to be close, but
he's got it.
They've got the pistol round up on the board.
Yes, indeed. No kit needed, and FURIA on the board. Yeah, that's a strong start, right? Like, I think that's the best part about this. We've seen FURIA, you know, when they took on Gambit, it just never felt like they were even involved. They weren't winning pistols. They weren't getting forced by wins. They were just getting rolled, honestly. So at no point in that game do we think, FURIA, this is their chance to take it away. And even if you're still erring on the side of caution, looking at FURIA here in the third map, on a map that NIP do like to play as well, you know, FURIA, pistol round, I think they're gunning for it, mate. I don't think they're going to let Ancient put them down.
No, I mean, throughout this entire series, you know, you've seen firsthand that NiP are shockingly mortal, right? And that your kind of ragtag squad are able to take him down at every turn. Now, Linus in mid might get you doubting these claims of morality, but Vinny will come in with a bit of mortality from the short side, shutting him down in the trade and leaving this open in a 4-on-4. He's peeking back into middle and stripping players away as he does so. But every time FURIA takes something, NiP are in with a reply. They've even taken the B bomb site, but the bomb is out in top mid, and so FURIA are playing around that. Hampus has now been spotted over on short. He no longer has this element of surprise, and with res low, Vinny's even wrapping back in through B. That's a really nice reaction from Hampus. And remember, he just cleared the B bomb site. He just moved through and it was empty. NiP aren't going to go back that way. That would have been playing into the hands of Vinny. Instead, they try to get freaky with it over in middle.
Yeah, that smoke at the back of B, I mean, if anyone even looks at it, they can see it's for nothing. And Vinny's about to see everything. Catching Hampus up con is enough info as to where Rez is ending up, and he's been hurt as well. No plant today. FURIA go 2-0 up. NiP, they make that force fight pretty damn good. They make it close, but now they've got to take a deep breath and take an eco. Give FURIA the respect that after this series has gone down, they most certainly deserve. Mate, it's kind of crazy. The Pro League we're having right now, right? We had the team that weren't supposed to be here in Forza, filling in for Renegades, go through the group in second place. Yep. We had Complexity, the team with not only a new player, the only new player in that group, by the way, and a stand-in, go through into the playoffs. And now we're in a world like, yeah, sure, we're not there yet. Even if FURIA win this game, we're still not there. but we're considering it a coach in the playoffs. What a wild time we're in. NiP trying to do everything they can to dispel that rumor, though.
I love the
Close. Get out of
it.
that.
I ain't even seen coldzera attempt something like that. Oh my God, well.
coldzera who?
Yeah, Hampa's gonna wreck Gary through the smoke on the jump peak. This could still get weird because, like, you know, Art's running the flusher by the USP armor.
That's never come back to bite him in this series.
No, right? Yeah, exactly. We do remember.
Don't get eco'd, lol.
It should be okay. It should be, especially with Yuri lining up a double like that. And now Device cut out of the round as well. Hampus is very, very low. And so now with Art retrieving an AK, he's armed. You're no longer worried at all, even though Hampus's deagle is a sight to behold. It's not going to matter because he's on 9 HP.
Yeah, okay, Serato's got a sight to hold, so he's not going to let him in, nor get that bomb anywhere near the action. I don't... What was that? What was that deagle shot? What was that? Jump through the smoke, no info, like...
No idea. Like, no idea.
Like, what? You could run that through a simulation and it wouldn't work for like 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000,000 times. But here, Hampus bops him, mate. This game's got it all.
Yeah, now the rifles come out for NiP, right? This is where things are really going to get interesting. We've got the double AWP of Art and Gary, and already the AWPs are finding their footing. They learn about this AWP in CT. Yeah, are they going to just try and square up to Art with nothing more than a flash and a peek? He's barely even blind. Device is like a lamb to the slaughter. And as they try to pressure this AWP in CT, it only gets worse for NiP. They run into these crossfires. They run into these setups. Rez might have got a kill over towards the B-bomb, saying, oh, make it a double with Art peeking out the window.
Any more?
Maybe we stop feeding the guy who's wrecking us in mid. Serato locks the bomb in, and with it, you're hoping the round if you're a FURIA fan.
Oh, we've seen Rez do some criminal stuff, though, like that closer on Overpass just the other day. Now, don't want to tee that up to be Rez's round, but he's going to give it a go. 1v3, nothing to lose. And they may have heard that silent jump up as well. We hear a bit of a move. Rez won't have time to clear the jungle. He's going to have to make noise if he goes stairs, dropping into the site, but they'll see him potentially before that ramp player just tucks in. Rez gets the headshot, but there's the trade. Oh, instant trade had to happen there, and not good posture for the NiP player. But yeah, okay, at 4-0, sure, it looks scary. And this series has been a series of momentum. You can't argue with that. But at the same time, both maps have included incredible comebacks in the CT side second half, right? So that's where NiP will be in the second half. Keep that in mind, Swedish fans. As, you know, FURIA pulled a 9-round comeback in a row to close out Nuke, 13-7 down. NiP went and did pretty much the same thing on Ancient, 11-4 down, CT side comeback. So it's good for FURIA, but they can never let go. They can never slow down if they want to steal this spot away.
Oh, the apps push. Vinny can hear this, but can he stop it? Gary's blind and can't react. And so with him dead, they're now in your B site, mate. Vinny, all right, lad. Come on, dog. You don't got to do him like that. You don't got to do him like that, Vinny, with the power gaming glove. K Serato, good for one, traded out after it.
Where's the M4?
Oh, no. Oh, no. There it is. There it is. Rez has got an M4, and you find yourself believing. Back at the site, and now all alone, dancing around it, trying to find a way back in, and there's the lineup, but Vinny will trade it out.
Oh, my goodness.
The power gaming gauntlet beats them down, and it's FURIA up onto 5.
Boxing his way through NIP. 5-0, this is obscene. Close clutch for Rez. He's had a couple of them now. Oh, 1v2 and 1-on-1. Neither of them converted for Rez. Nice entries and good flashes to completely render Gary useless. Even Vinny hits a smoke shot as well. Everyone's had their moments here, and yeah, it feels stressful. Very stressful for Nip. They know how close they're coming to some of these gun rounds.
Look at his hair, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So good.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it for 4 more years, hell yeah. Take a look at this. Gary with the molly. Gonna stick that in the apartments once again. He's here with a mag 7.
Yes. Let the mag flow through you. And they're coming his way. Gary, how many, bud?
Oh, he's gonna get up close. Oh, they saw him, they know about him, but that flash, he's so blind. Gary, they out-drop it onto you. Instead, they're fighting you at range, and Vinny's dead immediately. It feels like the plan is to abuse this B bomb site, to abuse Gary.
Yeah, it worked so well on on Temple, on Ancient, you know, abuse Gary, good strat. Nothing could go wrong. It's going to be a lot harder here, though, especially when he doesn't have that orb. And these flashes are sick for Nip.
They're trying to hunt this, but in doing so, they're losing these weapons. They know that if they take this out the round, there's no chance of having it in the next. But Art does not want to part ways with this AWP. Linus is the only survivor in Nip's first round. It goes from being, you know, a very lucrative opportunity to make and take money to one where you end up, you know, they're not feeling too great even after a round win. Luckily enough, I think it was Device with like 6 grand. I'm assuming he was hoping to bring the AWP out, but now he might be on drop-in duty.
Yeah. I think he is. You know, Gary's going to have to start going full Forrester, I think, at this B-bomb site, right? And that means looking at the ground, reading when the rushes are coming through, and dodging those flashbangs. No one does it quite like Forrester on those B-bomb sites. But, yeah, Nip, they break the streak. They get in. Get on the board. 1 round. Deeg out for Hampus. And as you said, no AWP. His Device is saving some for later. Mid flashes over the tippity top, and Gary tries to get that info. Is that a missed mid-smoke, or is that a con smoke gone wrong? Couldn't tell you. It's T-smoke, so...
I like this. FURIA figured out, like, oh, they're just trying to go where Gary is. All right, well, he's not here anymore. Art is, and he's got an AWP. He's going to try and ruin your day, but now Art might be dead. They're getting closer. They're getting right in his face, but going to take 2 to the grave with him. Is that enough? He's teed up FURIA for a 4-on-3 retake in at this B site with Hampus on this late lurk. The timing's got to be everything. Oh, missed shot on the Deeg, but he corrects it the second time around.
Deeg off.
Gary versus Hampus. Gary dead to the Deagle, and he's having a hell of a game right now. Is Hampus. Queserato suddenly the last guy left alive. It almost looked like FURIA wanted to save from the get-go, right? They kind of got caught in this like limbo. Yuri was running CT, then doubled back, and Queserato never even left the A-bomb site.
I don't really know what that was, especially considering Art doubled up. Like maybe he made the call like, yeah, don't go for it. But 3-on-3, like that's pretty tempting as a retake. It's pretty doable.
Considering it was a 4-on-3, till you had Yuri like. Yuri might not have died if he was running straight to the B bomb site and considering the flank. You know, he gets a little bit screwed because he's turned back around to go run A. Yeah,
I really couldn't tell you what was going on there with FURIA's moves, but they're going to just try and get out with a gun, and even that is denied. Now Nip is starting to feel the success again. It's flowing, they're hunting, they're getting guns out, they're keeping FURIA's economy and morale low. 2K a player. And so Nip, this is going to be a freebie. You cash a couple of checks, the next one's on me. Art with the Zeus, otherwise uninteresting is this round. Yeah, 6 shots for Art as well, considering he mollied himself. That timing couldn't have been worse. If he stayed on the angle with the AWP, he would have definitely had that opening kill, and that could have been a FURIA round. Now they stack B, and Nip, what do? They go A smokes. Keeping it fresh, and because, you know, as much as Art realizes, oh yeah, they're trying to abuse B, Nip realized that Art realized that Nip were trying to abuse B. So where do Nip go? They go A. It's the Mega Brain, the chess match that is Counter-Strike calling, and it's a perfect read. Hampus has walked through the jungle, and he sees the window's not broken either. That, by the way, that's Swedish for jungle. Just in case you're wondering.
No, I do love it when whenever you hear Swedes say the letter J, and you know,
like the letter yay?
Yeah. I was yumping, and it's like,
I was yumping through the angle.
Oh, you're so sweet. Right, so this is 3 on the board for Nip. There's really not much FURIA can say or do about that, what with all of them having USPs and being a B. And even then, Nip is still giving it a look into Hunt. You really don't need to. Not that they know that. They haven't seen what's in tow here, but you should be able to figure it out, right? It's not these back-to-back force buys. FURIA might be wild. They ain't that wild. And so, you know, it's all with the goal of bringing out guns in the next. Gonna be lacking AWPs.
Unicorn round.
It's looking like it. Get the horns out. Unless Art might ruin it.
Oh! What? The 90 damage Zeus. It's rare to see. It is rare to see.
Rarer than a unicorn, some might say.
Absolutely. You know, it's you know, Zeus, you more often see it just go nowhere. You know,
You either don't see it at all, or you see it do that.
Yeah, you rarely see the 90 damage Zeus, but it does come through. Can't always get them. Sometimes they're built different. Hampus is made as stern as stuff. You think electrocution's gonna stop him? We'll try the lethal injection next time instead.
Now they are going back to B.
Yes.
Okay, but look at Gary's position. I like this.
Unlosable, some would say.
Well, because you can't get flashed if you're never even looking, you know? Like, if your eyes are closed, how can they flash you, right? Here's the push. Vinny with the first. He's blinded, but he's still putting up numbers. And he's trying to bait them into this little double setup. And him and Scary Gary up on the boost. There's the swing. Good for one. And Vinny now playing around the van, hoping to make matters complicated. But Yuri's just spammed out res. Never even saw the guy. Suddenly, it's only Hampus left, all alone on the short side. And even though he's given us a great game, asking for a 1v4 out of the lad is certainly a tall order.
Oh, tap, tip, tap again, and they're going to double swing. Yuri to close. Precision headshots coming out from him. He saves Vinny's life hiding in that car smoke. Just bursts the player above. And that's more of a B solution there for FURIA. That will scare Nip away. That's
what I was going to say. This must feel so good now because like finally you've said, look, we are working on this. We are coming up with solutions to the B plays and they're able to put a stop to it. Now, will that earn them more respect at B? Will Nip stop going back to it now that they've been repelled on this offensive?
Yeah, it's maybe mid-takes, right? Go for more default rounds, see what you can find, see what early kills FURIA give you, and then try and solve the problem with that. FURIA do have that window control. Molly the smoke by the looks of things to get that position. So Nip's smoke has a nice big old gap in it, but he won't stay there forever. Rotating back to A, making a read. Leaving Vinny in the apartments, not Gary. The little pixel angle. It's one thing to hold it with an AWP, with a rifle. Anything can go wrong. He might have just spotted that cross, though. Bit of info as a player leaves the apartments. They're completely abandoning mid, even smoking short from the B-bomb site. Nipper waiting for the con smoke as they group up on A. Keserato grabbing misinformation. Yes, ramp is clear, but for how long? Nipper just getting around the corner. Keserato going to stick on the angle, but you'd expect a trade here. We know the Org is good at mowdowns. How's the spacing? The flash, dodge. Keserato on his own needs one. Helps out as well. Keserato doubles up before he dies, and it's all going fine until Art gets hunted from jungle. Hampus came through connector with a vengeance.
Big flank for Hampus, really. Flushing out that ramp player is giving you a lot of room in this site. And now they catch Vinny attempting to leave. Vinny! Yuri rather with the double up. Leaves Gary in the 1v1. Rez still to beat. This guy got signed for a longer contract, but there he is, getting wrecked by Gary in through the CT spawn. He wins a 7th round for FURIA.
Yeah, clutching v Rez in a 1v1.
That is not easy,
no,
mate.
It's not easy.
Better players have tried and failed, right? So the fact that he rises to the occasion now shows that FURIA are giving this everything they've got.
Hey, 4 players of Team 1 can close a clutch to Rez, but Gary on his own. One little coachy boy. Who wins? Well, this game just keeps on giving. I'm never going to assume at any point that Nip are going to give up, that FURIA have already closed it, that anything means anything, really. Scorelines aside, numbers to the back of your mind, it's a 30-round game, and sometimes even more. Nip know that better than all. Smoke top con, smoke window, that gives you the mid-control. FURIA just have to accept it. There is simply no solution, and they're fine with that. Art, though, cut off as well. And so now you're scared. Now you're wondering, where are they going? Is it this late con lurk from Hampus again? He's been finding a lot of value on these late smoke pushes. Nip aren't even going for the default ramp play that they got mauled on by Keserato. Instead, they're in Palace, but look who's here.
This could get awkward for Art, though. Like, with K-Serato playing this corner, he needs to swing ahead of the contact, or else Art is dead. And K-Serato is left trading. Art's going to get the first. Now the Palace push comes in, and yeah, Art's dead, but K-Serato gives those trades over. You lose Yuri, now you lose K-Serato as well. It's Gary and Vinny left from this B-bomb site and on for a retake. Holding off jungle for now. The molly doesn't force Gary out of position. Will Hampus clear this? He should. He should. Oh, but Gary wins the fight, and now just Device 1v2 looking for the man in jungle. Now as his attention drawn away, Vinny is not given the peek over. Device is looking for these kills, and yeah, he's aware of Vinny here. He knows that what's afoot. Looking for the man in jungle, and Gary is not the guy you want to run into.
No way.
He's won them another round. 8 on the board for FURIA now, and both of them coming off the back of Gary.
You would have put your money on Device there. He had the info. You could both play
a lot of money at that.
Oh, yeah, true, but it wasn't worth it. Woo, sheesh, dog. Let's not talk about contracts right now before ours gets cut in two. It's going to be, you know, that was a nice adaptation from Nip, right? You know, they went back to what they did before, the almost work that got them in that 1v1. The adaptation was, instead of going heavy ramp where they got mauled, they went double palace, and they still get mauled, don't they? Even though Linus takes down Art. Oh, another monitor needed, I think. And also, they had double con. So after the first player dies through con, FURIA stop considering it. Yuri looks away, he checks stairs, and that's when Hampus Lake backstabs. So Nip just changed the numbers a little bit so that FURIA go, oh, it's this play again, but it's not. It's slightly spiced up. Even so, down to a 2-on-2, and FURIA win it without dropping a man. This is obscene, Harry.
It's unreal, man. It is unreal. I can't stop smiling. My mouth hurts.
You didn't think the coach would be the guy getting Device to break his monitor, but... Oh, this is... Yeah. It's feeling like it's out of your hands, but...
Oh, don't give Vinny these.
Oh, he didn't see.
Oh, yes, he did. Vinny sees it all.
Phew.
That's the gamer gauntlet for you.
Yeah.
Frictionless on the turn. So now a man down. That's one of the rifles removed as well. They're going to try and put Device up in the window. Yuri shouldn't be able to spot this from short unless he starts to creep forward, but the timing's good on his push down short, and now he's even ready for a bench re-peek. Won't get given that fight, but with Art up here on top ticket, mid is a rough place to be. Con should get denied both from short or from CT. There's just so many people who could put a stop to this. Luckily enough, Nip have hit a good timing, and they're going to walk through their own con smoke. FURIA know all about this, though. This is the kind of thing that Liquid love to do, and FURIA are very well versed versus, you know, these kind of ace site takes. Art's never taken his eyes off of the prize. Flash goes in, and Art waits for a moment. It's just the tag. K-Serato keeps things looking pretty, and now he's joined by Yuri and CT. A rough spot gets even scarier. Damage done. Linus with the first, and no attempt at the trade yet from Yuri. He's waiting for that flash. Regains control, and Vinny's there to close it. 9-3 up for FURIA. This CT side really starting to find itself now. And Nip are running out of time to give us answers.
What's crazy is when we saw FURIA last year on this map where they did play a lot of Mirage back domestically in NA, it was actually their T side that were just rancidly good, right? Like the fast B plays from Art and just everything you can expect from a typical, obviously, you know, pre-Honda, pre-Junior FURIA. And, you know, all of that looked lovely. It was their CT sides that were often problems that let them down. It forced FURIA to rely on, you know, wacky plays like triple AWPs when they had Henny here, and just silly stuff that sometimes actually worked, but they never seemed comfortable. Right now, they're 9-3 up against Nip on the CT side of Mirage. You know, everyone, even after watching the first two maps, I still think people, you know, I did, Jason did, you probably did, Harry, as well, think that this would still be Nips, that they would still show up in a big way for the third map. They didn't just pull back Ancient to lose, and they still haven't lost again, but this is more one-sided than I ever could possibly conceive. Top con smoke, back to what works, or at least what gets you into these 2v2s. Nip need to make this one converted.
Yeah, Art can't afford to get hung out to dry again while he's watching Con, right? He needs K-Serato to have his back on the Palace push. K-Serato is playing a very safe angle. Here's the flashes. Art misses the first shot. Now they drop in and they learn about him. Art's dead from Palace. I really don't like these setups on A. It just feels like Art is destined to die with K-Serato not actually, you know, in a good position to cover him. That's a bomb plant, and with it, the round. NIP are on to number 4.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing the same thing, but they're switching up how they hold it. Right? Like, Art's position never changes, K-Serato's will, and really, the only thing that ruins that is the flash from Nip. But obviously, you've got to expect flashes to come in. You've got to be ready for that kind of stuff, because, you know, it's an A explode play with a con split. But yeah, K-Serato, he's doubled up on ramp, he doubled up in Palace in that one round where Art did get, you know, thrown to the wolves before. This time he's in sandwich, and they actually drop into the bomb site off that flash, and then he gets stuck between, well, they've seen me, and they're on Balk, and they're on default, and if I wait, I get double peeked, and if I peek, they're holding me. It's like you can't win at that point. And like you said, yeah, Art's just thrown to the wolves.
Yeah, it just feels like, the only reason I really don't like it is like best case scenario from Art, you get a 1-for-1 and then you're like guaranteed dead, and then you need K-Serato to get another one of these big mow-down plays, or else it's out of your hands. But that's just a minor detail. We'll see if they go back to it.
Nip also doing really well on the timings out con, like the, you know, maybe the bulk of the push out A has been lit up, but every time it's Hampus and whoever he's with coming through connector and finding a lot of value, be that jumping over Tetris and killing K-Serato, or, you know, dodging Art's orb shots, easier said than done. You know, a lot of value has come from these con splits, at least for Nip. And so now they're starting to finally feel it, but so is Art. He never stopped feeling it. Hampus, big trade, and he jumps up into the window. Knowing that's the mid player, he goes to take space.
Very different approach to A this round, right? K-Serato's taking early real estate up in Palace, and this is a lot of info. I wonder if FURIA are going to react too much to this, or if they just kind of say to K-Serato, look, embark on a flank. Once you get a better picture of what's going on, that's when we're going to react. Because he's come all the way through T-spawn. Now, is he going to go clear out ramp, or will he commit to a flank to middle? It looks like it's going to be the former. He's doubling back to make sure ramp is clear. You might think, oh, well, oh my God, Gary, you've just wrecked Hampus. You just wrecked the guy having the best game with an auto shotgun. You've likely just helped steal this round away from Nip. Unless this B split can find some footing, can gain some ground. Gary's going to do it all again. And when they need him to step up he will. Just Linus left to beat. Gary trying to steal a round away from NIP. They can't find him. He's playing a timing game. He's waiting for his teammate in K-Serato to come through the apartments. Gary now swinging, not ready for bench, is blindsided by Linus, but he has no idea about this apartment's flank.
If he just went, he would have won the round. K-Serato had great timing. Linus has his back turned. Now he might start considering it.
He's playing the timer. He's playing around this clock. Linus, should be dead, and there's K-Serato stealing that round away. Dude, Gary was unreal there. Like, he catches the guy coming through murder hole. That one's just like, okay, yeah, sure, you know, you killed someone with an auto shot, fine. But then he goes back into B, and even though he only kills one of the 2 assaulting players, he flips it into a 2-on-1, and he knows that, like, if he goes swinging, if he fights too soon, then the round is still 50-50. Nip can still win it. The whole reason that K-Serato's flank is as effective as it is because Gary forces you to waste so much time looking for him.
Oh my goodness, this is a roller coaster, and Device gets dinked right down middle by the FAMAS. This guy's having a really hard game as well. Not really had the AWPs in this T side.
It doesn't even really feel like it's his fault. He's just playing one of these games where he's going, man, is that the timing? Is that what's happened to me? Oh, through a smoke I've been dinked.
The one winnable clutch, and he just gets cleared, right? Like, no AWP. And often late out these A-Ramp or Palace splits trying to trade in these awful positions as FURIA just keep up man advantage rounds. And now Gary, he's about to embarrass Nip. There's a start. Bomb comes tumbling towards him. And this is the beginning of the end, at least at the half, which could be problematic for Nip. If Fiddy holds strong, there's one more left up. Device is trapped in at short side, fully blind as well. Good luck getting out of this clutch. It's Fiddy to close, and 11-4. It's not like FURIA have bottled that half before. What could possibly go wrong?
Future Pros? We have another execute for you and your friends to learn. This execute will help when you are taking the B site on Mirage. For this setup, you will need at least 3 Future Pros and 3 smokes and optionally a bunch of flashes. Let's break this down. Future Pro number 1, you'll be throwing one of the arch smokes. To do this, line yourself up with this corner of the cracked stone floor. Aim at the left side of this dark squarish smudge on the wall, then simply jump throw the smoke. Since you threw this from close to mid, I would recommend wrapping around cat to get to B or maybe holding off rotations in mid. Future Pro number 2, you will throw the other arch smoke. To do this, line up with the middle part of this window. Aim to the sky and position your crosshair so it is in the middle of the antenna and the overhang. Then throw the smoke normally. Future Pro number 3, you will be smoking off the window leading into the B site. To throw the smoke, get yourself into this corner. Aim at the corner of this large tower, then jump throw the smoke. Nice and easy. With all 3 of these smokes thrown, taking the B site should be much easier than it would be without them. To make this even easier on your team, get your players to lob as many flashes as possible over the top of B. And as always, good luck.
It looked like NIP had found salvation when they pulled back Ancient to take us to a third map of Mirage, but FURIA have kept up the heat, they've kept on the pressure, and they're now fielding a very impressive lead once again. We've seen how these can turn against you. We've seen NIP steal back this exact scoreline once before, but asking them to do it twice in a row, is that too much for NIP?
I don't think you can count anything off limits at this point in the match, Harry. I don't think you can count NIP out of this game. But what I will say, and as cliche as it sounds, if they lose this pistol, ooh, they're in hot water, even hotter. Boiling and brimming out of the bottle. NIP need to hold strong here more than anywhere else in the game. Okay, Sorato's going back. I wonder if that's been heard by Rez, who's top mid. It has. Rez is waiting for this late mid play. Meanwhile, FURIA take the A side. Rez, how long does he wait? Nice tap for Vinny. Check top mid though. Okay, Sorato's a dead man. There's no way he clears that corner. Rez has him. 4 on 4, and they chase Spawn. They try and hunt down NIP in CT. Oh, it's messy. Yuri gets a double though.
What?
And Vinny's found another with a P250. Rez on his own. Clutch King. How many has he got?
Yeah, 2 out of 5, but he needed all of them. Gary gonna be the man to shut it down, and FURIA win this opening pistol. 12-4 now. And you're gonna have some kind of response out of NIP. They're gonna force up into this. This really decides like whether or not FURIA just put this to rest quickly, or if NIP can make it more exciting. They either need to win the force. If they don't manage that, right, this is gonna go, what, 14-4 before we have full rifles coming through for NIP. So the one rifle round they've got has to be the rifle round to begin the comeback, and then you cannot make any further mistakes.
Yeah, and that might not even include, you know, the AWP device. Well, it certainly won't be your best buy. You know, even when you force and you eco and you delay your first buy, it's not the best buy you get on CT side at least, because it is so expensive. $600 incendiaries, a helmet, M4s, orbs, kits, all these things add up quickly. NIP, it might not be down to them, right? They at least had the resurgence on CT Ancient, but that was relied on the pistol round. that did rely on the pistol round rather. And without that, Nip may have no say in the game. Who start to a comeback? We'll have to see. This force spike could throw all of that out the window, and the MAC-10 chews up Rez, spits him out. Yuri running away as well. Splitting this A site, Yuri's got a double entry. One more man under Balk. They're not ready for this one. They've already killed 3. Why would a 4th be here, they say? Check it anyway, just in case. Arc clears out Plopsky, and Hampers is left all alone.
Yeah, man, and now just Hampus left. 1v5 with this Deagle. Being real, like, shouldn't be able to make anything happen here. Like, yeah, he's dealt with Yuri, but now they know where he is. Now they've got him boxed in. They set up Queserato with the flash. And so it's 13 found for FURIA. The next round is free, mate. It's just going to be, you know, a couple of P250s at the very, very most. Even then, I think you just want to full USP this. Don't know why I'm talking about like there's any chance Nip are going to turn it around in this one, because they ain't. So they've got rifles up against 14. And if they don't win that round, then this is over. And the entire group is up in the air.
We've seen these 9-round comebacks on CT side, but you need even more now. You need even more, and with no room for error. Absolutely zero. You wonder if Nip gave all they could really give in that second half of Ancient, in that comeback. I thought it would power them forward. I thought it would melt FURIA. It instead has done the opposite. FURIA with a 3rd wind. And NIP. Just 1 Deeg, 1 CZ, and a dream.
Yeah, something would have to go astronomically wrong here.
And you know what is also nice, Harry? I feel like we were talking about this in the green room. Once that 11-4 happened on Ancient, FURIA just hit the W key. Like it was like stuck. It was like glued down.
Yeah.
And we had too many fast rounds. We had so many fast rounds. No defaulting, no moment to catch your breath, no moment to realize the position you're in. And that felt like a wasted opportunity. This one, they're taking it nice and slow. They are not running the gun. They are not pausing it up. They are keeping it as clean as can be.
Yeah, no, I mean, this really is like, you know, them honing in on the idea of winning this series now. They're so ready for you, Device. Yeah, they're gonna find him. But no, man, yeah, back on Ancient, it felt like they were trying to keep the aggression, the pace, the confidence all up because they could feel it slipping away. And so you kind of double down on that, right? You go, no, we're gonna win this, we're gonna win it quickly. And you don't realize how far the game is slipping out of your fingers till it's too late. Whereas here, it's reserved, you know, that they can feel the victory looming, but they're not trying to, you know, throw it away. They're not getting ahead of themselves, as it were.
Device has the orb. This is everything. This is massive. He had huge implications, huge impact in that Ancient comeback at least, but he has been quiet in this one. Rarely got to done on the T side. Now we hit the go button. Now we hit the pace. Art is running out into the B site, and Linus is ready. A must-have kill that NIP desired to start strong. Device is still here. It's the double pump for FURIA. They're coming back to B just that little bit later, or not. They looked ready to go. 3 guys in apps, and 2 of them leave. Heading under and top mid. FURIA would rather spread out default and look elsewhere. There are 3 CTs here. It was the right call for FURIA to move away as much as it was the right call for Nip to stack. But now you wonder, will FURIA just go back to A?
Oh, well, with Plopsky removing the lower tunnels player, suddenly pressure's on for Gary on short. You don't envy his position. He's having to watch both Con, Window, and this short peek. Bit of damage onto Rez. He doesn't want to get caught out extending. He waits for Queserato to join him. They were hoping that that could have been the trade. Instead, he brings Plopsky down to 1. And that 1 HP being the difference between getting this bomb up through B short and now potentially just having the round kind of dribble to an end. Might just be a save here for FURIA. You don't love to have to call it. You don't want to give Nip flawless rounds. But you don't really have any other options.
Yeah, you've still got money to rebuy as well, so this save isn't even, you know, that problematic. It's not like you're left in those awkward moments where, you know, you have, we can't even rebuy nades because we have no money left up and our team can't afford either. Vinny might die, he's made noise, but they're not going to throw themselves at him. Nip want guns just as much. And So a stalemate cooled off, a round delayed, and Nip get on the board. Whew. One down. 11 more to go.
Yeah, it's just the sheer, you know, like the amount of resilience that's going to be required to close this out. And then like that's like on your side. That's the bit that would say that's within your hands. Like that you don't even take into account the fact that someone like Vinny, someone like Serato could just step up, have one of these monster moments like we know they can have. And suddenly all the effort you put in, all the rounds you try to muster might not be enough after all. This is good early nade damage onto Art. They brought him down low. They forced a bit of respect out of him and this AWP over towards the B bomb site. And so Art will slowly taper off. Looking to now take that AWP elsewhere. Another one of these slow rounds for FURIA.
Ooh, Hampus tries to block it, tries to get in the way and steal that mid info. He smokes connector for his teammate. So do they. Theirs has a gap. Hampus watches that little light, hoping for a window boost. Rez goes through the smoke. Theirs will last longer than his, and Hampus is caught. He almost takes down Gary. Art provides the cover and flashes him into connector. Rez is here. He actually flashes Gary in the process, and he will die to Rez. It's info at least, an info that Vinny capitalizes on. Jumping up the window for the backstab. Device now, he needs to hit some shots. It's all on him. Back is CT. Jump peek. Device hits it. Nails the first. Can't follow up. They're up close on triple, and he drops the bomb. Device finally having a round. Finally keeping Nip alive up against FURIA. Spam from the top of Tetris. Device still has room. He has cover, and he's clicked another out of thin air. Device on for the fourth, and he's got all. Nip, stand strong for now.
Yeah, he's just doubled his kill count in that one round there. 4 kills for the man. A very quiet first half, a half that, knowing Device is the guy he is, he was not proud of. Well, he had to hold his own here with the AWP. Might have been one of the only times we got to see him use it. If this round was snatched away by FURIA, but he gets to hold on to it, he holds on to this A bomb site, and he keeps this in with a chance of still flipping the other way in regulation.
Yeah, you may not typically be like hyping up a scoreline like this as a comeback, but if we've learned one thing from today, from this series, from both maps, it's that you can never count either team out on this second half, on this CT side, to be specific. And Device, I mean, it'd be easy to crumble after going 4 and 15, but he hit every shot he had to. And Nip, there's still hope. We've seen what hype can do, how it can carry you through. It's done the same to FURIA in this tournament already, and it certainly did for Nip back on Ancient. Slow and steady wins the race, but are FURIA the hare or the tortoise?
That's brutal. Lovely little nade out of Hampus to open up the round, and there's even more where that came from. Just whittling Serato down. Bomb's been retrieved by Gary back in T-spawn. He's going to join up with the rest of the guys here outside of A. Serato still waiting with 2 flashes. Is he looking to fake this B play? Maybe lob those over the top. No, he's just going to exit safe. Rez and Khan gets the better of Art. Okay. And so now they have to group up and just commit to this A hit with no utility outside of flashbangs. You can't get Device off of any of these angles. You can flash him off for a moment, but that's a little bit of respite in the storm. You're not going to weather it all together. Rez cuts them down from the connector. Hampus swinging to help him out. Serato left alive in the 1v4, and with 7 seconds left, he had to run in and die. NIP are on to 7.
Baby steps, but all in the right direction. You're keeping rounds clean as well. It means if FURIA do something, come in with a swing, and they find 15, you're not going to break Nip's money instantly. You're not going to just put them to eco and close the series.
Okay, so back on Ancient, we said how like it all felt too fast, right? And thus far for the T side of Mirage, it's been very, very slow out of FURIA. I think if you were ever going to look to throw in a fast round, it's in, you know, your next rifle buy, your next go at it. Because unlike on Ancient, where all NIP had seen out of you were fast plays, well, it's the polar opposite now. They've only seen seen these slow defaults, right? So a chance that a pacey round might catch them off guard, might catch them by surprise. Not a lot of utility getting thrown by Nip early, right? They've held on to the bulk of that because so often these have been late plays. Well, this time it's not late. Ooh. This time it's in your face. Device and Hampus will hold the line. Vinny deals with Device, but it should come to an abrupt end with Hampus over in the jungle. 1 HP for Vinny, and dead to the cross. It's Hampus locking it in. Nipper on to 8, and now just 6 between them and tying this game up.
These scorelines close quickly. You know, it feels impossible until suddenly it's right in your face, right behind you. Nice shots for Hampus with the A1S as well. Even found the wallbang at the balk. Yeah, that looked scary for a second when FURIA drop on down Palace and get guns given immediately. 14-8. You know, with every buy comes an eco following it. Of course, that's if FURIA don't get bomb plants. They'll always find a way to make the economy work for them, rather than the other way around. Now going back to B, Harry, you wanted a bit more pace. Well, this could be exactly what you need, except Art's been shut down going catwalk on a B split, and Hampus with that info alone is aware that this play is coming. He calls it over. Popsky already holding strong, does a thing to Gary, and Yuri with an entry. Linus going up and over. They spam the smoke, but they haven't put a stop to him in the bomb site. Everyone's here. Nipper flooding out right now. Molly onto Linus. He needs to move. He's burning alive, Gary. Everyone's low, and he can't find the kill. Nip have all their forces in the right place. Yuri with a flick, and it's all down to Vinny on the truck. They know he's here.
Yeah, everyone's low. And it's LNZ Linus to close it out, get that one over the line, and keep this comeback coming in for NIP.
Okay.
11-4 was impressive enough to do it twice, and this time from 14-4 down would be the cherry on top for NIP. They're looking to guarantee that playoff spot, something they can still do if they win this series.
Yeah, FURIA fighting for, you know, to not get eliminated. That is essentially what this game does to them. They still have to play tomorrow, but they have no reason for the match, no way to get back. And so, don't get ahead of yourself, boys, but also don't get behind. Slowing down yet again. 3 rifles, 2 deagles. FURIA are towing the line right now. Setting up a window smoke gets your players out under. The A splits, these worked for Nip sometimes, sometimes not, but they at least got very close rounds off of these calls. It often was preceded by a top connector smoke. Instead, they just kill the connector player. That's one way to do it. Hisarato finding that.
Oh, the light. I think Hampus saw something.
Oh, no!
Oh my God, Art with the turn. And it's with the hero AKs, the hero rifles, that FURIA are looking to find 15. Device is going to do it again, and this time he's dead after 1. Gary is the hard counter to Device on this A bomb site. Now the bomb going down for Linus and Plopsky. They know this could be it. They try to peek back in, but Gary will not let them have it. And there's the closer. Art secures 15 for FURIA.
Yeah, that's big for Art. He's been getting picked out on his mid-split every round, right? Every one of these opening kills has come onto Art, whether he's deep in B with the AWP or a rifle, or he's walking up catwalk on a B split. Nip have been finding him. Hampus has been putting a stop to him. Not today, not with a window jump. Finding Con first. Gary killing Device, as you said, and taking the AWP. I mean, he was beating him in head-to-heads back earlier, and that's a head-to-head that will put FURIA 1 away from locking in this series.
Yeah, Nip, the task of this comeback just got even harder. Device with a missed shot, but there's a lot of his bodies over here in Con. So many connector players ahead of this smoke. The molly's going to heat things up for them. It's all getting a bit chaotic, but FURIA, they thrive in the chaos. A 4-on-3. Oh my God, a 4-on-1. It's only Linus left. FURIA, this Cinderella story, they're about to do it. Linus going through the murder hole, and he's a dead man. FURIA take down NIP, and they make this Group D so much more exciting.